Today we sitting with an artist that's keeping his name buzzing, doing freestyles, shows, online challenges, and more. From melodic pain, club ring-offs, keeping all eyes on him, this is the new guy to keep an eye out for. JR Music,
Hey,
welcome, man.
it's your boy JR, man. How y'all doing, man? Appreciate you having me.
For sure, for sure. So to kick this off, bro, this is like a two-part question.
Yeah.
What city did you grow up in, and how was your childhood during that time?
I grew up in San Jose, California. My childhood growing up was up and down, man. Like, good times, bad times, hard times. Went through it all as a kid, Just got to keep pushing.
Okay, so you from San Jose?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. What side of town you grew up?
To be honest, man, I grew up everywhere. Like, I spent some time on the east side, the west side, south side. I grew up, went to different schools.
Okay, what school did you go to?
I actually graduated from continuation school. I was basically on home studies from Boynton.
Boynton High School. Shit, Boynton. Yeah. Okay, I know where that's at.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So you got a lot of family here?
Yeah, all my family's in San Jose, pretty much. Now, like, as people got older, they spread out, but still in the Bay. But yeah, most of my family's from San Jose. All my family's from San Jose, but they all move away, People still live here, but for the most part.
You got a big family too?
Yeah, I got a bunch of uncles, cousins. My grandma had a lot of kids, and they had a lot of kids. I got a big family, a lot of cousins, uncles,
Okay. So as a kid, did you know anyone that made music?
Oh, yeah, my whole family, my uncles, they all play instruments. Like, they were in bands, like my dad. My dad and my uncle, they played instruments, and my dad was like a tour manager for bands back in the day, like in the 80s, like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of music did they do?
My dad he was with Santana for a minute. Like, he did some tour with like Santana stuff. He did Tina Turner.
Oh, so he played with bands.
Yeah. My dad was like
shebang, like drummers,
guitars.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was like a promoter, and so he would put their shows together and stuff like that. But yeah, my whole childhood was all music. Like, growing up, making music, listening to different music. My dad listens to everything, so I grew up listening to everything.
Oh, that's tight, dog.
Yes, sir.
So what was the first rap song you ever memorized?
The first one I ever memorized was actually it was Snoop Dogg's, actually. Pretty much Murder Was the Case.
Murder Was the Case?
Yeah, I was a kid, man. I tell you, that was my first CD was Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style CD as a kid. Like, just like the first one that I ever owned, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I used to listen to that as a kid, like running that bag all the time, and I learned the whole CD pretty much. But Murder Was the Case was the one that always like stood out to me as like memorizing it, I guess, because more of a storyteller. That's what I do more, is more storytelling, so I connected with that.
I guess with a song like that, I can ask another question. Was it just the lyrics, or was it the beat?
Oh, the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, remember it had like a whole rollout for Murder Was the Case. He had like a movie.
Yeah, I remember the video. They used to play the video all the time. I remember watching it all the time as a kid, that video.
Yeah, that's tight, dog. All right, so are you signed right to a label right now?
Nah, I just got distribution through Empire Shimo Media. Shout out my dog Shimo. You already know.
Wait, Shimo got a record label?
Nah, just distribution. Like,
he got distribution
through Empire. Yeah, I'm with Shimo Empire. Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
GT Digital.
Yeah. That's hard. Hey, that's 3 heavy hitters right there, man. Yeah. Okay. I'm surprised I haven't like seen you around more, bro.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess I'm not in front of the camera too much. I'm more just in the studio doing shows. I'm surprised, yeah. But
okay.
I'm trying to get out there now,
So Spotify got you clocked in 2019.
Yeah.
But did you ever drop any music before that?
Yeah, I had music back in the day. Probably about about 8 years ago. Cause I went through, like I did a lot of stuff back in the day. I had a couple of songs that I dropped. I did a bunch of shows. I used to work with my guy Furious. He works at Empire.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Furious.
Was he a producer or artist?
He's an artist.
Okay.
He was an artist and a producer. He had a studio I used to go to, San Mateo. I used to run up there with him. He used to make all my beats, everything. He was dope. And then, life happens. I kind of had to take a back seat to get life together. You know what I mean? And then finally picked it back up a couple years ago, about 4 years ago. I've been running ever since now.
Okay, I like that, man.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to try to pronounce this because I'm a black man.
Yeah.
Como quiero.
Como quiero.
Hector Andres and Yakibo, right?
Yeah, shout out my dogs. It's my brothers, man.
All right. How'd that song come about, bro?
So I've always wanted to, I always wanted to work with Hector. And Yankee is my brother, man. We have a couple songs together. I was just like, I think the beat was like so dope. I was like, I think it'll be a dope record. And it just sounded something perfect to put Hector on. And so I just hit him up and we went to Hector's house and we just smashed it out one night.
A lot of people mention Hector on this show and Yakibo too.
Yeah,
man.
My dogs.
You said that's your brother too, right?
Yeah, that's my brothers, man. I've known them. I've known Yankee for a long time. Mm-hmm. Since like probably like 21, 22. I've known him for like 10 years, probably, like I'd say, like on and off, like because we were in the same circles of people. You know what I mean? So we kind of grew up together,
That's tight, man.
Yeah.
A good circle of people.
Yes,
like I said, a lot of people mention those two people on my show.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, they need to go ahead and come on down. Everybody else around y'all.
You know.
Man. That's tight, though.
Shout out my dogs.
I did want to ask on that song, were you rapping in Spanish too or no?
Nah, just pretty much as Hector. I kind of throw some stuff in there, but not too much.
Do you speak Spanish or do that?
I wish I did. I wish I. I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up learning it because my family was so big. My grandma didn't really teach all my uncles and aunts. Mm-hmm. So, and I was like one of the last ones born. So I didn't really get all the luxury of learning Spanish. I wish I did though. And I tried as a kid growing up, but I wasn't around it so much because my dad didn't speak it.
It's all good. That's why you got your homies, man.
Right?
All right, man. So you kicked off the Shimo Media San Jose Cypher. And I think that's like when I was like, damn, okay, there go, bro, that I reached out to right there.
Yeah.
How did you get that call, man?
That was my dog Shimo, man. Cause I was asking him for a minute. He had a couple other San Jose ciphers, and I was like, man, I gotta jump in there. I was gonna jump in there, and then he just hit me, and he's like, it's your turn, although let's do it. You know what I mean? Had to get in there and represent for the city one time.
I like that, man. I like that. So, let's see if you recognize this. It's crazy how time flies. It's like every other week I lose another one of mine.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I'm all out of cries. And you can see the pain in my eyes. Remember what Tony said? That they'll never tell you lies. Then why is faking that an all-time high?
Facts.
When I heard that, I said, I'm writing that down.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Like, okay, I know that's bars, that's real shit. That's just where, like, I looked in your eyes in the video. Every time you said that part on those takes, you can tell that was real shit.
Yeah, facts.
What was your mind state when you wrote that, though?
It's like, the last couple years have been a lot of, like, deaths to me. Friends, family, like, and that's why I say, it's like every other week I get another phone call. Hey, man, someone passed away, friend, family, whatever. And that's really has been, it is like the last like 5 years, man. It's like crazy. And so I just had to and that's what was going on at the time. Like that was what's going on at the time in my head. Like that's all I could speak about at the moment, I actually lost someone at the time that I was doing that. I actually lost someone like a week later, like after I wrote that. But and then just you meet certain people that you don't click with, and people always like in front of you they're cool, but behind you they're not, so that's why I'm always like, man, like at that time I had a lot of that going on. I had a lot of that going on, so I was like, all right, it's good, so it just was going on in my life. That's why I put my music put my life in my music. You know what I mean? So it's like it's my day-to-day life. I put it in there. You know, I try to put my real life in my music. That's all it's about. It's my progress. You know, my struggles.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Real shit. So, what are some learning points that you gathered since you started your rap career?
The business side of it.
What you mean by the business?
Learning how to navigate through the business and you know, how to present yourself to people and just, you know, trying to find the right moves to make and, you know, like, and the right opportunities, like trying to get the right opportunities is, you know, it's hard. It's a hard business to get into, especially if you don't know nothing about it. When you jump into it, you got to learn that first before you even do anything.
You talking about like streaming?
Yeah, like, you know, just like putting stuff out there and getting your name out there more. Like, you know, like in the right circles, basically, you know, just putting your name out there, getting it out there is probably the hardest part.
On social media, it looked like you stay booked and busy. What are some benefits of doing constant shows?
You get to meet the people. You get to put your music out there and see what they fuck with and what they don't fuck with. You know, and I love the live audience. That's the best part for me. Is live audience.
Yeah.
And you know, just seeing people fuck with your music or singing it, it's the best part.
If you can go back and change one person, place, or thing, what would that be?
I bring my big brother back. Without a question. My cousin, my older cousin, passed away a couple years ago from cancer, COVID situation. And that's off top. Number one thing I changed is having him back. Been like a couple years without him. He's like my big brother. Growing up, like me and him were like the closest in the growing up, and in the recent years, growing up with him, and being without him for the last 4 years is crazy, man. Like, I never thought he'd be gone this early. He's only like 42 years old. And that's the number one thing I do is bring my big brother back.
All right, so before we close out, what's the future for JR Music? What could people be looking to expect from you?
I got a bunch of new music coming out. Got these music videos I'm going to start shooting. Some more shows coming up. This summer, we're trying to get everywhere, up and down the city, up and down the bay, out of the bay. We got some stuff in the works. Shout out my brother Neto, man, putting all this together. You know what I mean? We running together, trying to take over. You know what I mean? So y'all watch, y'all look out. We're gonna be moving.
Give everybody your socials so they'll know where to find you at.
Y'all can hit me on Instagram, JR Music 68. It's Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, same thing, JR Music 68. Holla at your boy. You know what I mean? Tap in.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming down on Bottom of the Bay.
Yes, sir.
And next time, hopefully be bigger, better, and richer. And until the next time, peace.
Peace.